Hi, I'm Matt Muschol from Swiftix Software here. I'm here today with Sanket Parlikar from Revyz, and I first met Revyz in 2021 when Sanket and his co-founder Vish Reddy were taking my Jira Cloud app development course on Udemy. And I also provided some support to them at the beginning of their journey of becoming an Atlassian Marketplace vendor. Sanket, could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Revyz?
Hey, thank you, Matt. Hi, I'm Sanket, co-founder and CTO at Revyz. I'm based out of Pune, India. This is pretty interesting journey, Matt, as you called out, right? We first met in 2021, and we took your Udemy course, and that's when our journey started. Revyz, me and Vish, we started this company as we saw some gap with data protection for Atlassian products. And when we did some research, we figured out, there's a gap where people don't really understand what shared responsibility model is. Yes, admins do assume that Atlassian is a cloud vendor, data is protected, they don't have to worry about any data protection, right? So we saw that gap, we saw that as a awareness gap, and we decided let's do something about it, right? And that's when we started exploring, and we came across your Udemy course, wherein we started learning how to develop a Atlassian app. And that's how we started our journey, and that's all about Revyz. It's a SaaS offering, it's a data protection offering specifically focused on Jira.
Right, brilliant. Thank you. So how has that Udemy course helped at the beginning of your journey? You know, my Jira Cloud app development course. How has that helped you at the beginning?
Oh, that's really, it really kickstarted the development work for us, right? I was pretty new to Jira development. We didn't understand the framework. We didn't understand what are different options to develop app within Jira's framework, right? As you know, there
Mm,
are three different options. Now, it was very difficult for us to choose what is the right option, and all that understanding, it came in through your course, right? So when we took that course, it became crystal clear, like Connect app is the right thing for us, and the other options may not be right fit. And then how to develop the Connect app, the step by step modules that you had
mm,
really helped us to understand the process. And then it became a foundation for us to design the solution, to
mm.
design our app, and architect it within our AWS setup. So that was really helpful.
Oh, that is brilliant. That's really good to hear. You know this app that you've built. You've already mentioned things like the shared responsibility model and backups. You know, most people assume that if they're using software as a service, a SaaS solution, that the vendor is keeping the backups. You know, why is your app that you've built so important in the SaaS world and in the Jira Cloud world?
Yeah, so even if you go and search for Atlassian's document, they have documented it very clearly, right? That, hey, you know what? Atlassian is responsible for something like operationalizing their data center, protecting their data center, backing up their data center, right? But at the same time, what Atlassian calls out in that document is, Mr. Customer, you should take your backups at your end so that you can roll back to granular states, right? If you miss on couple of issues, if you miss on couple of configurations, we won't be rolling you back to the entire state or the entire database state 2 weeks ago, right?
Hmm.
So for that, you need to keep your own backup snapshots, and then you can pick all granular items and you can roll back. So that's what is clearly mentioned in Atlassian's document.
Yeah, and
And
that's the classic thing, isn't it? That is the classic thing. You've deleted an issue in Jira, and you go to Atlassian, it's like, oh, I deleted an issue that was really important. Can you restore it, please? And it's like, no, we can't. So
and
we the best they
accidents.
can do is roll you back by by 2 weeks. You don't want that to happen, do you?
Exactly. And accidents do happen.
Yeah.
You may think, yeah, who is going to delete? Maybe I will remove some permissions. No, at least few set of program managers, project managers, Jira admins have access to
Mm.
a full access to your setup, right? And accidental deletions happen.
Mm.
Rogue employees, such cases happen, right?
They do.
So these are really serious threats. And specifically, if you have seen after pandemic, a lot of companies are moving to cloud vendors, right? And
Hmm.
Jira, Confluence, these tools now they host system mission critical data set. So now this is like ever important thing that you will have to be
Mm.
aware of as an admin, and then you'll have to focus on how do you protect your data, right? So that's the ever evolving threat for SaaS applications.
It is, and it might also be a good solution for those companies that have regulatory requirements to, do for record keeping for a long period of time, etc. Something that you can't fulfill just with a SaaS vendor's backups. They wouldn't be good enough, right?
Absolutely. And just to share one story on that topic, Revise right now we are going through SOC 2 compliance.
Mm-hmm.
And auditors do ask us, hey, are you using Jira? Are you storing important data over there? Yes, of course we do. We are doing engineering stuff over there. We are doing HR stuff over there, right?
Mm.
So auditors are concerned. They are asking, do you have backup of Jira system? Right? And we are like, oh yeah, we are building that solution
Yeah,
and we are using that, right? So same thing happens with most of the companies, right? They don't
it
realize
does.
until and unless they talk to auditors, and then auditors say, "Hey, this is mission critical application. You're storing HR data, you're storing customer data, you're storing engineering data, and you need to protect that data set, right?" So from compliance point of view, to your point, absolutely, that's really important.
Yeah, and it's not just SOC 2, it's ISO 27001, even ISO 9001. They might say, how do you keep your records over the years, etc. If you have really important, maybe even sometimes operational and financial information in your Jira instance, these things
Yes.
are held in these systems. So yeah, you need to, when you are audited, you need to prove it that you're doing it. But even if
Yes.
you're not audited, it's good for your own peace of mind.
Protection. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So
And
yeah,
one
sorry.
more reason for that, right? For instance, today IT admins, even if they want to protect their data, they have to go to Atlassian, Jira. Console gives you import export option, right? But it's again pretty painful for admins. They have to manage that on daily basis, weekly basis. They have to manage the data which is exported, right? As in
Mm.
a snapshot. So that is like pretty painful. And one of the reasons that we thought we should solve this problem was to make admin's life easy. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, it's cost, time is cost, efforts, it's cost. So that was another reason for us.
Yeah, that's the thing, because if you just keep a full backup, because that's another option that you have. You could take a full backup of your system every month or something along those lines. That is something you could do. But if you ever want to granularly restore something from there, that is a real pain. That's a real pain. And that is
Yes.
where your app comes in and makes it so easy for the admin to just say, that issue, that project, all the issues between these dates, all of these things that you can do that make life so easy. That was brilliant. So, Sanket, you're based in Pune in India, and your co-founder is based in California. What was that like?
Oh, that's really awesome. So Vish and I met back in 2019 at our previous workplace, Dhruva.
Mm.
So again, me and Vish, we come from product background. We are in this industry for almost 10 plus years now. We understand backup space, data protection space.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily, when we were thinking about this idea, um uh, this strategic placement of Vish and me, it worked out well. Wish now leads the entire company in a way, the strategy and everything. He looks after sales and marketing, product, and he's closer to customers out there in California, right?
Hmm.
And my responsibility is to again focus on engineering, build that team over here, focus on product delivery. So that is really working well, right? Me and Wish, we have developed a what do you say, a system in between ourselves, wherein we communicate almost 4 to 5 hours in a day. Before he sleeps, before I sleep, we
Yeah,
exchange all the information, we discuss a lot of things, and then we go ahead, we execute things independently, right?
yeah.
So yeah, that's really working well for us.
And that's also the joys of this remote working world, isn't it? Because we have all the tools to do that now, to sort of collaborate and work together across, vast distances, and in your case, massive time zone differences as well. This is quite a
Yeah.
challenge. So yeah, thank you, Sanket. That's been really insightful. That's been really great to hear. And as you've seen here, is Sanket, you've started your journey um, of becoming an Atlassian Marketplace vendor, by taking my Udemy course. So, you know, if others out there also have the ambition to become marketplace vendors, Atlassian Marketplace vendors, and publishing their own plugins, then, I would suggest that they follow your example and start with my course. So, Sanket, it's been really great to talk to you about this today. Sorry.
One thing to add, in fact, I'm going to ask my employees to take that course, because even engineers need to go through that process, right?
Yeah,
And that's one thing I'm going to do. And most importantly, I'm going to take your Forge related Udemy course. So now
yeah.
that's our next target, wherein we want to learn about Forge, and that's where we are going to take your course once
Oh,
again.
brilliant. That's really good to hear. Yeah, and totally agree. I've worked with other Atlassian partners and marketplace vendors as well who use this as an onboarding course now. When they bring new developers in, they know how to develop, like you guys do. You know how to develop. You knew how to develop right from the beginning, but how to develop apps for Jira Cloud, is a new skill to learn. So it's great for onboarding as well. So thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
pointing that out. That's really good. Well, thank you, Sanket. Been really good talking to you today.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you.